Yes, yes, yes. YES. I had to spell the word yes out. I'm so excited about this. Mistress Ultra Violet is here. This is YKF, your kinky friends. And before we begin, my friends, my name is Nicholas Tanek. Everything we talk about today is between consenting adults. We don't break the laws. We're legal. We're good people. We're decent people. We just lifestyle, a culture. Please, please, please do not judge. There's a loneliness epidemic in this country. Why don't you be part of the solution, not the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your kinky friends. I am so excited. Oh, wow, 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 wow. I am so excited. So let me tell you why I'm excited. So throughout the years, right, when I started this in 2000, I don't know, whatever, when I started this, there was one person who was like a myth, like this legend who, local, kind of local. They're on the East Coast, and they had a school for sissies. So here I am. I'm I have cirrhosis of the liver I'm in New Jersey, and basically stuck because I'm sick. I had I had the whimsical and imagination of Mistress Ultra Violet. Everything that she put out is amazing. Throughout the years of being sick and knowing that I interviewed her, felt good. She was doing something. Like I said before, she's part of the solution, not the problem. Mistress Ultra Violet, welcome back to YKF. Last time we talked in February 2019. You had just taken over Atlanta Dungeon fully. And it was this amazing sisterhood collective, right? Fast forward to now, you expanded with Atlanta Sissy School and Atlanta Bed and Bondage. And there's some Camp Captivity, which you just sprung on me right now. Oh my God, this is going to be an inspiring show. Mistress Ultra Violet, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, so let's just kick it off, huh?
Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to see you again.
It is so good to see you again. Let's ask the main question. What's inspiring you these days?
Mm. Um, the world is like in chaos. The
Yeah.
people that are still going and creating are inspiring me these days. Like everyone that's still creating content all the time. The drag queens that are continuously putting out new insane stuff. Artists, photographers, models, fashion, all of that stuff is inspiring to me.
Now, since we talked, I had a liver transplant, right? I
Mhm.
survived. I s- let's just say I survived a lot of things. I don't want to go into it, but you've achieved a lot of things. You've achieved so many things. So I'm sure they're all your babies and you all love them. But what's the proudest new addition to your empire?
Um, I mean, so Atlanta Bed and Bondage is my kink B&B, and that's been very successful. I'm also we also we're in partnership with Kink Ed, like or Kink Ed or Kink Ed Land. That's a collective we're all part of. Um, and I'm getting a little feedback now, but yeah, that's our education and our events part of the collective, and that's been wildly successful for the community and pro doms and getting those two communities together.
Okay. Now, when I told people I was interviewing you, my audience, they of course they're like, "Oh, Atlanta Sissy School." And if you notice, I had to write like to space out Sissy because of TOS, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about Atlanta Sissy School. You've built Atlanta Sissy School. It's a premier feminization academy.
Mm-hmm.
So what inspired you to create this program?
Uh, well, we redid one of the rooms in the dungeon and it was completely dedicated to sissies. Basically, sissies inspired me to do this because we wanted to have a more gentler approach rather than like I'm sure you know a lot of sissies don't necessarily want a dungeon um backdrop to their world. They want more light and feminine touch to their session. So
And throughout, I mean, starting a school, it's beautiful. Any project, it changes and evolves. And how has Atlanta Sissy School evolved since we last talked?
Atlanta Sissy School.
Yeah.
I mean, we're starting to do more and more closed events, so that's been interesting. We did our very successful first Sissy Tea Party, and that was really fun. We're planning on having more events coming up in the future, but yeah, we've got to have we've got to have enough people to do them. So.
We're going to get into the details of everything, but we do have a question because you talked about burlesque in the last episode a little bit, and I was wondering, do you incorporate burlesque style into any of this?
I would say that there's a little bit of a performance aspect in just general, in in the dungeon. But do you mean like in sissy sessions, or do you mean
specifically?
Oh yes. So we have a couple of the Dommes, a part of the collective, who are burlesque performers. So their role in the Sissy School is to teach routines. So especially if we have events, we can have a sissy fully dressed and then do a performance for us. So
what kind of performance have taken place in the past?
I mean, burlesque performance.
Yeah, but like any certain songs or style, because there's neo burlesque, there's gorelesque. I don't see any sissies like bloodletting. Do that? That could happen. You never know.
No. It's probably more classic burlesque. Like I usually, we let them usually choose the song with some suggestions, but we hear a lot of Madonna and Cyndi Lauper and things like that. And then, these are not professional burlesque performers. They are learning a routine and then having to be pushed out on stage and perform in front of like a BDSM party. So they learn them pretty quick, and they look pretty clumsy most of the time.
And that's what makes it so fun and entertaining. And that's why I pride this show on being lo-fi punk rock style, because there's something goes wrong on every show. And it's also like I just hit the microphone cord. Like the sound just messed up.
Yeah.
But the show goes on, right? And the kink goes on. Let's talk about transformative moments. Having a sissy school. Shout out to Mistress Manor, Mistress Shari, Mistress Manor, and C-Bombs from Conversations with Crossdressers. They threw a sissy charm school. And it's amazing seeing it. I mean, I'm not just witnessing myself and being a part of it, but seeing other people have that transformative moment. So you've been doing this for a long time with so many people in this magnificent spot in Atlanta. You have a lot of memories, but what's the most memorable transformation you've witnessed?
Oh, I mean, all of them are very, very memorable, but there's a couple in particular that they just really, they came to me very scared, and they were new and had never seen a dominatrix before. They'd never been to a dungeon before. And I did a complete transformation, makeup, hair, stockings, shoes, all of it. And once they saw themselves in the mirror, they teared up, and they just had the brightest glow on their face. And it was we could just, it was actually a double session with one of the other dungeon sisters, and we both could tell that this person is just tapped into something that they'd never seen themselves do before.
It's pretty amazing. So one of the things that I've witnessed in the whole scene, especially with sissies, is, and I've been part of it too. It's that the initial nervousness, that transformation, the character arc from someone being very nervous, alone, lonely, nervous, awkward, to actually having confidence and some power. So how do you tailor the training to turn initial nervousness into confidence?
I mean, like I said, with sissies, with sissy sessions, I generally am a lot softer of a dom. I like to ease people into it. Like they're not going into the main room with all the whips and cages, and that. They're going straight to the sissy room where it's more intimate. We have some time to talk. You know, maybe there's a little champagne, start putting makeup on them and slowly ease them into, you know, the whole process. Because a lot of them have never put makeup on and that kind of thing.
Makeup. What's a suggestion? I mean, you probably said this before a million times, but this is my show. What what suggestion would you give to somebody, to a sissy who has no idea how to do anything with makeup?
YouTube tutorials.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Atlanta. All right, what do we got next? Oh, first of all, for the sissy, for Atlanta Sissy School, you know, you have a background in art domination. Do you have any new um experiences or modules that you're excited to add to the Atlanta Sissy School?
Um, Not at the moment. I did actually, I went to school for makeup professionally over the last few years since I've seen you. So I've gotten the makeup down. But yeah, we're working on a sissy sleepover event where it's just maybe about 10 sissies and then all the doms in the dungeon. And we have basically a slumber party like we had in, you know, back in, you know, elementary school where we're got pajamas and pizza and spin the bottle and all that. So I've been looking for that. We're gonna try and work on that one again this year because we tried before and it got a little bit too busy, but we're gonna try
Now,
again.
I look at this. I've talked to people all over the world, especially about this topic, and I'm incredibly impressed. I'm incredibly influenced by everything you do. Seriously, the depth, the attention to detail, the effort, the fire, everything about it is so beautiful. How do you see? And what I'm saying is, you're making a statement that is heard around the world in the kink community, in my opinion, at least. How do you see yourself, or how do you see this influencing the broader kink community in Atlanta and beyond?
Um, I would like to see more of a place for sissification in kink. Sometime, you know, we've got a lot of people who are kind of split with it. Like, there's a lot of doms who don't do it at all. There's a lot of people who don't understand it. So I like to, you know, let's release the stigma on it, you know, because it is part of the kink community and it deserves to have its own place.
Atlanta Bed and Bondage.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us the origins of that. That sounds amazing.
So basically, after Ayn left the country, she sold me a bunch of her furniture, and I had to put that furniture somewhere. So I said, you know, let's do what we've always been asked as a dungeon if we rented out rooms to couples, which we do not. And you know, it's just not set up correctly for that kind of play. It's a pro space only. So I decided I need to expand, use all this furniture that I have just laying around and get some place going for couples. And we also use it for kink ed events. And smaller classes and the sissy classes and not sissy classes but sissy events. We use it for sissy events as well.
Now, I talk to a lot of doms, and I ask them what their fantasy. What's their fantasy? And a lot of them say like they want to open up a bed and breakfast. Um, but there are logistics. There are a lot of things going on. So for those who have that fantasy, please give us some advice from someone who's actually doing it. What are the logistics of a BDSM bed and breakfast?
Oh, well, there's a lot of cleanup. I have a lot of instructions for people to try to follow, but usually don't.
Hmm.
I've got to have someone coming in and cleaning all the time. Sorry, there's a couple checking in right now and they're having trouble getting in. So that's also part of it, is that I always have people wandering around trying to figure out where it is and how to get in and all that.
Okay.
So yeah, there's someone right now trying to get in and cannot.
What are you going to tell them?
They're messing with the door code. So.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if they can get in, and yeah, let us know. Please keep us informed. What does it cater towards more? Does it cater more towards, if you're? I mean, I'm sure it caters to to both, but couples dipping their toes in the kink, or actually creators who want to film something?
I feel like it's mainly rented by couples interested in kink, but it's but we do have a lot of content creators.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna text them real quick.
See, this is the business. This is the real deal.
Yeah.
BDSM bed and breakfast. You got to handle the business on live streams.
Exactly. It never fails. When we're starting a class, starting an interview, starting a phone session, it's always someone wanting there's some emergency.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Money never sleeps. Right. Yeah.
We've had people film music videos in there. We've
cool.
had people, we've had full on content sessions. We have a pretty regular content content collaboration day for most of the doms in the dungeon in the place as well.
What music videos? I'm sure any artist, band, or singer, rapper, whatever wants some time. So who blessed your dungeon? Who blessed your bed and breakfast?
I can't remember their name at the moment. There's a local rapper that did a music video in there, and it was like I think the song
Atlanta's got some hip hop. Oh my god. You got Outcast, Dungeon Family, Goody Mob, all of them. Yeah, Atlanta's no joke. All right, let me ask you this: we got the BDSM bed and breakfast, Atlanta Bed and Bondage. I'm a content creator, right? My queen is my key holder. We're a couple. We have a bunch of friends. If we were going to go down to Atlanta, what would you suggest that we do at Atlanta Bed and Bondage? The BDSM bed and breakfast.
What would you say? What would you
suggest Sunshine and I do if we came down there as a couple? And who knows, maybe we brought friends too. Maybe we did a show at Atlanta, to interview you live, and we brought like people and everything like that. But we're staying at the Atlanta Bed Dungeon. What would you suggest?
I mean, do whatever you want. It's fun. There's a couple playrooms in there. There's a full kitchen. And then it's in a good area where there's a lot of restaurants and everything. You go out on the town, then come back and have some fun.
Okay. All right. You've been to DomCom, LA, New Orleans, DomCom, New Orleans. You've been guest of honor multiple times, right? So yes. What is the most standout moment from all those events that still makes you smile or smirk?
I don't know that I have like a particular moment that stood out. Obviously, being honored as a guest of honor is amazing, and getting up on stage and being recognized in front of peers is a wonderful thing.
So we have a new show called The Growl. It's about primal training, and one of the things is olfactory senses, scent training. You have scent training and pheromones class?
Yes.
What does that entail?
Sorry, what was that?
How do you do a whole class of that? Does all the students smelling each other?
No. Although I should probably incorporate that.
Right.
I'm still trying to get these people in. Those electronic locks are just finicky.
Yeah, I know. Every time, because at the Manor, sometimes I gotta do a show and I gotta be the first one in there. And I'm stuck there with all this camera equipment. I'm stuck there with my garter belts and stockings under my suit, looking like trying to get into this electronic lock. So I know exactly what I know the struggle. The struggle is real, Ultraviolet.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, scent training. I really enjoy scent training. It's one of my longest term slaves is really big on scent, and he was the first one I was able to train, because he loved smelling my dirty socks, feed, anything like that. And so I've kind of developed like a method to bind a feeling and a thought to a scent. And that's kind of what the whole thing is about. And just creating a mood with your scent. So,
Oh, I got a question. I got a question. So
mhm.
this school, right? Um, every fetish has their own kind of personality, right? And everything like that. Dealing with a lot of sissies at once, though, is a unique situation, wouldn't you say? That not the average person doesn't have to deal with. What would be your advice to dealing with multiple sissies at one time?
Mm, have multiple people to deal with them at the same time.
It's a good answer. That's a
And
very
then
good answer.
multiple DOMs to deal with all of them at the same time is the way to go.
Well, that's what I was noticing. I was noticing like you have a good amount of you have like 10 sissies and then 10 doms, or you have this and that, which all kind of match, which I think makes a huge difference.
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about the Sissy Manor event?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
The sissy manner.
Um,
What so
yeah,
you
so the
told all these
Sissy Manor is like we have like I think it's 5 or 6 DOMs, and then we have like 10 to 15 sissies. So we just have to trade off, and we get like 2 each. And
Mm.
then we'll do makeup and hair and everything one by one and switch off and everything. So we do the assembly line.
So you have this blog, you have this wonderful blog, and it's got some amazing pictures, like these. But you write quite a bit, and you teach classes at events like DomCon, New Orleans. You participate in extended sessions like latex bondage collaborations with Amanda Wildfire,
Yeah.
Minneapolis. So all these lessons that you're teaching all these people, what do you think has been the most transformative lesson that you've shared in your classes?
Mm. Um, I don't know that I've got an answer for that. I don't know. I can't speak for who learned what from that. So I'm not sure that I have an answer for that one.
All right. Back in 2019, CBT was your absolute favorite.
Hmm.
CBT still your favorite?
No, well, obviously, with the sissy stuff, that's become my favorite at the moment. But I'm also, you know, I'm I'm slowly moving into kidnapping, and that's becoming my new favorite.
Speaking of, let's talk about that. Let's talk about this is Camp Captivity. Boom. What please just explain to everybody what Camp Captivity is.
Okay. So, for a very long time, I've been wanting to build this website and build this up. And now because of the B&B and having a bigger space to do this kind of stuff, um, I went ahead and went for it and built the website. It's basically extremely extended sessions. It's even domestic training sessions. Like if you wanted to be a sissy in a household for the weekend, and not stay in dress the whole weekend, you could do that. Otherwise, it's also extreme role plays. Like we'll go kidnap someone from you know we'll go out and kidnap someone, bring them back and throw them in a cage and make them suffer and wonder where they are. Um, that's a
Now,
great photo right there of what
legally, what do you have to go through to make sure that no one gets in trouble for doing this?
I mean, it is as long as it's consensual,
Yeah.
we're not doing anything. It's all very obvious that it's role play.
Mhm.
We're not actually kidnapping anyone, and it's
Yeah.
very um, you know, if they don't do certain things, then they're not going to get kidnapped. Like they're not going to be fully forced to do anything. So, like, that's not. we've got, there's always safe words in place, and that's highly negotiated way before. And I always do a phone consultation before we even start discussing how it's going to go down and stuff like that. They just have to, like in writing, they're agreeing to doing it. So we're pretty
I would love, oh my God, I would listen to like a compilation of those phone consultations, especially the ones that you don't go forward with. You could, that would be great. So what would be, take us through like a typical kidnapping? Do they like, do they plan it out and like give you a script or
No. Like, I definitely don't accept scripts. Because that also ruins the surprise.
Yeah, right.
And it, doesn't make it as authentic. But yeah, it kind of depends, basically what I was trying to say before. It takes two to like really make the role play of it work. Like if someone is not participating in the role play, it doesn't exactly work well. Like if they don't get in the car, then it's, we can't really force them to get in the car.
Domme has a gun.
So we have to like have some premise of a role play where they're gonna get in the car with a bunch of doms,
Now, do you have a specific spot? Like, I think I was who was I talking to? I was talking to someone doing kidnapping where they have a specific parking lot that is kind of kidnap friendly. Do you have something like that?
Yes, we do. We have some right down the street. We have some partners that allow us to do our dirty work and not call the cops on us. Like they know what's happening. It's they're kink friendly, and I won't tell you the name of what it is, but we'll the person that runs the place is fully aware of what happens, and I just give them a heads up and then say it's happening today, and they're like, okay. Have fun. So
I would imagine like my mind's just wandering right now. I mean, sissies, a lot of sissies I know have the whole, kidnap, forced femme, forced into womanhood, made into a sex slave type narrative. Do you get any of those?
I do, but I don't necessarily like I said, it's a consent thing. Like it's that you're getting into consensually non-consensual and that. And for pro sessions, I don't necessarily think that that's like kind of appropriate for a lot of the people that are asking for that.
It's incredibly risky.
And what?
It's incredibly risky.
It's very risky, and like you've got to have an established relationship with someone to really do those types of things. And because like you have to be able to have someone saying safe words. You have to have you can't force anyone really, like unless you really have a good relationship with them.
Now, in your blog, like I said, I like your blog a lot, actually, which I highly recommend everybody check it out. One of the things that's very cool about your blog is extensive travel. You traveled to Fetish Con in St. Petersburg. You did tours in Boston, Seattle, Atlanta, where you offer sessions. And of all these places, traveling all around, meeting all these kinky people, what insights have you gained about regional differences in the kink scene across the U.S.?
Well, there's definitely different demographics of kink in every different city. Every scene, who builds the scene? We do. So it's up to the people that are there to create their own scene. And, some are way more built up than others. Some kind of get cyclical, like they get built up, and then like the next couple of years it kind of collapses and it gets refreshed, and new people come and join and rebuild it. But yeah, every city has a different vibe for sessions and their community and the types of things that go on there. I mean, and there's certain cities like I don't usually get sessions in, and I talk to the local Domme there, and they're like, yeah, they don't really, the subs here are very dedicated, and they don't want to see anyone that's just traveling. They want a regular Domme. And then some cities are just starving for a Domme to be there. So it's, yeah.
Wow. Interesting. All right, content creation. You have a huge online presence. You're like I said, you're doing it. It's pretty amazing. You have new clips of your leather worship content, loyal fans,
Mm-hmm.
um, Sex Panther. There's newsletters. How online life, online kink is different than in-person kink, but yet it's also the same. They intertwine.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance the intimacy of in-person sessions with online collaborations?
Um, well, what's funny is a lot of the time I'm getting my submissives that I see on a regular basis to be even more regular by going online. Like I can keep up with someone in chastity on a daily basis through my online sites.
Hmm.
Um, and that's been really cool. Yeah, obviously, like since the pandemic, once the pandemic hit, I went on a bunch of these sites like Sex Panther and more heavily on Night Flirt. I've always been on Night Flirt, but we really relied way more on these kind of sites. Um, you know, OnlyFans, Loyal Fans, all of those. Um, but Sex Panther is really my favorite because I can monitor someone's chastity stuff. I can monitor, you know, their, you know, their outfits. Like I have so many subs that come and see me and in person, and then but they don't live here, so they um, will use Sex Panther and keep up on a regular basis.
How do you monitor someone's chastity through Sex Panther?
You can send photos over it, and I can send their chastity key code. I have them in a lockbox that that we set up, and I send them a code when they get in. And but yeah, they're responsible for sending a photo and the date or some other phrase that I make up on that day. So it's I know that they're in it.
Now, with chastity, it's not just physical restraint. It's the scaffolding for rebuilding someone's entire sense of self, right? Um, and seriously, what you are, you're building someone, you're transforming them into something softer, prettier, and more obedient, so to speak. So when you lock a man, and this is a long question, so check this out. When you lock a man and begin the sissification process, how do you decide which parts of his former masculine identity you're gonna dismantle and which fragments you're gonna preserve?
I mean, that's an individual basis type of thing, but that whole thing is a process. So you obviously some people have hard limits, like if um, they don't want to shave a beard, something like that. Obviously, I'm not going to disrupt their daily life by doing something like that. It's kind of when they come to me and say they're ready, they're gonna do it. You can't we're just going back to, you can't really force anyone to do anything.
Mm.
They have to want it, and if it's not something they truly want, they're not going to feel good about it. So it's basically allowing them to do the things that they feel comfortable with.
Do you find some of your subs almost get addicted to chastity?
Yes.
Please tell us about that. Why do you think that is, and w- what's your approach to dealing with it?
It's so funny because it's sometimes I've had a sub that he he was like, no, I just want to wear this for you every day. I don't ever want to take this off. I love being in the cage. I don't feel comfortable out of the cage anymore. And I said, well, you got to take it off every once in a while. Like you've got to,
That's clean.
you can't do permanent damage, like
Yeah,
we gotta get it out. We got to clean it.
it
We got to
feels
take
good.
care of
Yeah.
everything down there and get back in. You can get back in it, but you got to have some days off, and you've got to have
Hmm.
a release every once in a while. Otherwise you're just, it can get physically, painful, and there can be some long-term repercussions to that. So,
Now, I've asked you some of these chastity questions before. Please forgive me. I mean, it's been a couple years. Things change, right?
yeah.
Okay. Silicone, plastic, or metal?
Mm, uh, there's a really nice 3D printing resin one that I'm on now.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Wow, you're an innovator. See, I've never heard of that. This is a first for YK. New,
Yes,
all right.
the Kink 3 Cobra is the one that I'm using for everyone now, or either that. I'm always still been a big fan of the Holy Trainer, which is also
Why do
another
you
resin
why do you
one.
like the 3D printer ones better? 3D
Because
printing.
it's more customizable and it's a better price point, and it's specifically that company does like a better job of sizing, and the more comfortable the cage is on you, the longer you can wear it. So you don't have to
Words
please
in
let
the
me.
words in the words of Chastity Queen, she says, and I say this all the time, the best chastity device is the one that fits.
Yes, exactly.
So let me
Um,
ask you this. For you, what does a lock clit represent?
ooh, it represents the willingness to do anything for service. It represents your dedication to a new lifestyle. So,
Um, we'll get back to chastity, but one thing, the tipping point. All right. I remember I was having dinner with Daddy Delilah. Shout out to Daddy Delilah. Um, who is sissy tamer, right? Key holder, sissy tamer. And she goes, the eyelashes. As soon as I put the eyelashes on, her sissies just boom into some space. So is there one thing? I know you could say, it's each person's different, each sissy's different, but in your experience, is there one thing that just always works for you? Is there one thing like eyelashes or a wig that makes a sub sink into submission almost instantly?
I don't think there's one thing. I think it's the whole. Well, I would maybe say the hair, honestly, though. If I can have to pick one thing, it's gonna be a wig. But because it just changes your face
Uh,
shape, changes your whole aesthetic so much more than even makeup and or clothes. It's just a wig is like the the thing that really puts it on. But again, I think it's the whole package that really does it. You gotta, once they see it's a full transformation, it's powerful.
can you see a man and just like size them up right now and see them as a woman, like in your mind, can they like like a paintbrush? Can that happen? Does that ever happen?
I mean, not really. It's really that's kind of the fun part for me though, is that I never know what someone's gonna look like after I've done their
Mm.
complete makeover. Like sometimes, like I made someone up the other day and I was like, wow, you look just like Laura Bush. Like I was like,
Yeah,
you don't know what it's the finished product is gonna be
it
because
worked for George.
yeah, you don't know like what and again, like the more you do someone's makeup, the more you can get it on point to be more feminine, but you
Mm.
just don't really actually know what the finished product's going to look like, and that's the magic of it for me also.
So, okay, with the feminization and the chastity, I'm curious if you've ever had a sissy who's prolonged denial and dressing, um, made him more graceful, more elegant in his movements and his speech. I know for some reason I'm a better man. I'm easier to deal with. I'm kinder. I'm cooler. I have an open mind, and it's a lot of it's it's because of this lifestyle. Just the love that I get from the lifestyle, the influence, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure you've seen it, but let me ask you this. What does that evolution look like from your throne?
I mean, I can just tell it's also a confidence thing. It's usually I can tell that they're less nervous to see me. I can see like a little pep in their step, and like just a confidence that they can be feminine and it's accepted and in my space, and they're yeah, it's an overwhelming energy of confidence that I see the difference of.
Has the clientele changed over the years, or how has the clientele changed over the years? The sissy clientele specifically.
Oh, specifically the sissy clientele. I would just say that I get more of it, and I get more people that are fully into sissification rather than just wearing, you know, some panties during the session, you know. I get like the full, like more full sissies instead of just cross dressers.
Uh, okay. And what about just regular clientele for non-sissy clientele for the dungeon? How's the clientele changed over the years for that?
Um, I am seeing younger and younger people, which is great. And I mean, it's definitely it's moved less toward it's moved a little bit away from corporal punishment for a little while. Like basically we had this you know, this demographic of people that were beat up by school teachers as children who were into it, and that kind of that crowd is too old to come see me at this point. And but we have this new round of very young 25-year-olds who are comfortable in their masculinity and who want to get beat up and or get dressed up. Like it's and they have like more of a respect for sex workers in general usually. This isn't, you know, I'm not going to say it's across the board, but most of the time the younger guys have seen on social media like how to approach, they've done their homework, and the internet is, you know, full of sex workers saying don't do it this way, do it this way, and that really shows.
I think that's cool. I
Yeah.
think that, and I hope people like you and I are a part of that solution. Because for the last 10 years, have been putting ourselves out there, trying to help people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, let's go move on with the show. Oh, I do want to ask you. You have this is a question you already answered. Are you seeing more younger guys embracing it? Sissification specifically. Do you feel that like, because you predicted back then in our first episode that this was going to happen? Do you see?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it happen. I'm like I said, you know, I see more and more guys who are on the younger side, and I think also there is during the pandemic, I think a lot of people did a lot of self-searching and change. I always saw friends get divorced. I saw friends come out. I saw friends come out as trans.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I think, and there was a big wave of people coming out as trans. You know, it's that much time sitting by yourself and really doing some work, and without the general public really let people express themselves. And because so many people are coming out as trans and there's so much more representation in the world for that, a lot more people are way more comfortable with their sexuality. Like I think a lot of people are more open to the spectrum. I know that there's, you know, this whole macho alpha male thing also happening at the same time where they're kind of fighting back against that. But I think that there's also a lot of people saying, oh, this person came out as trans, I can come out as a sissy.
Yeah.
I can just dress. And it's not that big of a deal.
It's not. All right. Last episode, chastity was a big topic, and you had someone locked for a full year with breaks for cleaning, and there was TSA drama, stuff like that. It's been a while since we talked. Any big long-term key holding stories since then?
Not particularly. I've got a lot of. I had at one point 3 or 4 guys in it, like for almost a full year at the same time, and that was interesting. It was like a you get to see the differences in their style. Like one is begging to get out, and then a week later when he's still in it and not being let out, saying, oh my gosh, I love it so much, and then 3 days later, please let me out.
Did you lock them up all at the same time?
I mean, it was staggered. It was like on everyone's.
That would be interesting if you locked 3 people up at the same day, at the same time.
That would
for 3 years. 3 people, 3 years, and then see the different paths they take.
Yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, getting
You
that,
get a lab coat. You can get
yeah, getting that to actually work out would be probably just, you know, statistically would not work.
Yeah.
But we'll
All
see.
right. All right. Let me ask you this: do you still do creative scavenger hunts for chastity keys around Atlanta?
I haven't in a long time, but that's kind of like one of the many things that I want to incorporate into Camp Captivity is like, you got to find this in this place, and otherwise you're gonna have be in a cage, and your phone. Well, I'll hide your phone and your keys and your wallet in this place, and you can go find it.
I mean, you're good. I haven't like watched the interview in a long time, and then I started, because you were coming on, then you inspired me to reach out to you again. And humiliation was something. It's always been something very important to you. There's public outings and chastity, vibrating butt plugs. You control them from the phone. Strip clubs with devices locked on.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while since we talked, and you've accomplished so much since then. Is there any favorite recent humiliation scenes or tasks that you've assigned anybody?
Any public ones or which one?
Anything. I'll take both. Why not?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to rack my memory for that and come back.
All right. Okay. But running a dungeon. All right. This place is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Dungeon, like Atlanta Dungeon, is real work. There's cleaning. There's vetting. There's traveling DOMs that you got to deal with. The scheduling, people not showing up, people showing up too early. You got to keep the sisterhood strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Winning attitude. What's the biggest challenges of running a dungeon now versus 2019?
I think it's just scheduling, honestly. It's like we do so much. It's hard to keep everything together. It's just chaos all the time. We just, with Kink Ed Atlanta, we've got classes on a almost weekly basis. We did a Femdom Friday event on Friday. Keeping everybody on tap, keeping everybody coming to the events, keeping everyone, it's been great. But,
at the Manor, I'm there every week. I'm involved and I love it. And there's couples there, people go in and out, there's occasional things going on. There's people dating. So how do you handle the occasional jealousy or people dating, subs or just how do you handle all that stuff?
I mean, dating around between subs or red. Oh, like what do you mean about dating?
Well, like,
like
for example, I mean, like some people get very close, right? I mean, sometimes DOMs and subs actually become couples and get married. That actually does happen. Or sometimes there's other just people who aren't subs, non-professionals at all, who come there just for social aspects, and then they become couples. And then, if they have an argument or fights or anything like that, how do you deal with?
We typically don't have that.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely.
We typically, I mean, everyone at the dungeon is a professional. I mean, we are all lifestyle DOMs, but I mean, we're there to create submissives and not boyfriends.
Right on. Okay.
So,
I have to ask for Stan, medical play. Anything new in the medical room that still gives that claustrophobic 1950s green vibe intimidation that we talked about?
I mean, it's still got those green walls. It's got, I've been changing the lighting around in it a little bit. So, but it kind of depends if you want like we've got those fluorescent lights that are terrible. Yeah. A doctor's office. We did the doctor's office fluorescent lights, and then we have like a softer one that we can tone down the mood a little bit. We've got some new open mouth gags. We always have different devices come in that people bring us, like, oh, I don't really want this anymore. There's a bunch of different sounds and everything that are new. So,
all right, let's talk balance. You've said before that long-term even with long-term subs, you need vanilla breaks. Even pro dom energy, having that all the time is exhausting. Real quick, what do you do with when you're all vanilla, when your energy is all vanilla?
What do I do? Oh, it's definitely it's either I'm at a pool, I'm in the woods, I'm on a road trip, I'm at the beach. I'm usually or traveling, just in, But yeah, I don't really get ever a complete. I can't ever throw my phone in the ocean, which is what I always say I want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Someone might be locked out of their bed and bondage.
Someone might be locked out of the B&B. Someone will be wanting out of their chastity cage. Someone needs to get into the dungeon. Someone needs, there's an emergency somewhere. So yeah, I still have to be on call at all times, but it's like, I can at least take a break from sessions every once in a while. And when I do, it's more, I'm in the water or I'm in nature.
Okay.
Or I'm traveling.
AI and kink. How are you evolving with AI?
I am not using AI at all. I disagree with it, and I'm not a fan. And that's kind of...
Now, all right, you are, like I said it before, and I don't mean this lightly. You're legendary. I mean, people look up to you. Other doms look up to you. Other people look up to you. So, let's say a young woman comes up to you and says, "I want to be just like you. I want to have these classes. I want to have my own dungeons. I want to have my property. I want to have people. I want to have." What are 3 non-negotiable moves that you tell her?
I mean, it's hard to put that question into 3 definite things.
Top of your head.
I would say that like the other night we had our Femdom Friday party, and I had many young women come up to me and say, "How do I get trained to be a dom? I want to do this. How do I do it?" And I said, "Well, you've got to do an apprenticeship under someone that's has multiple years experience, way more than 2 years experience probably. You got to do your own research. You've got to do your own reading and really put yourself into it. You've got to keep up with all the trends of social media. You have to keep up with the, constantly as sex workers, we're being more and more censored, and things become unsafe for us, especially with the new facial recognition, new laws in place. So educate yourself and make sure that you're, looking at the whole picture of how difficult it's going to be to get into this, and make sure that you're asking the right questions like that, but also having a mentor and, building up your own education about it. So,
Playful lightning round. What's one type of client fetish that still surprises you every time?
There is no one because if I'm surprised by a client fetish, then it's something way that I've never heard of before.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's like some people can always surprise me. I always get something surprising. I can't give you a specific example. I can't think of one right now.
All right. What's one vanilla habit you wish more people brought into the bedroom?
A vanilla habit. I don't know. What do vanilla people? What's a vanilla habit?
Vanilla habit would just be I don't know, reading.
Reading?
Yeah, just like doesn't have to be kink related stuff or I don't know. Here, we'll go to the next one. If your dominant persona was a Twitter bio, what would be the first line?
Oh, don't message me unless you're ready to get in a chastity cage and a dress.
Nice. Dude, swipe right. All right. What's the one song that plays in your head every time someone kneels?
Well, we've had a dungeon playlist for the entire time I've been a dom, that always includes Massive Attack. So
yes, which song? I love Massive Attack.
I mean, there's probably teardrop.
Yeah. I
Like that
personally
is
love Exchange.
always in dungeons.
I love personally I love Exchange, the last track on Mezzanine. That's
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
Really, all right. The magical wand of misconception. All right. You a magical wand, Mistress Ultraviolet. You get one, you can wave it once. Right. There's so many misconceptions about sex workers, about DOMs, oh shit, about Atlanta, you know. There's so many misconceptions. If you could wave the magic wand and one misconception goes away, what would it be?
Mm. I mean, it's always that we are full service. That's the biggest question with any vanilla person that
Mm.
they say, "Oh, do you have to with your clients?" That one always it doesn't. I'm not shaming anyone who is full service, but I do not like to be asked that question because it's awkward. It's an
Yeah,
awkward to be asked.
it is. All right, we're gonna play a game. This is gonna move it along, right? Would you rather? You have to choose one or the other. All right, you can't choose both. You can't mix it up. One or the other. It's all psychological or all physical.
Psychological.
Okay. Would you rather one or the other? Experiment with a new kink or just do the standards?
New kink.
Would you rather a detailed, planned session or a spontaneous session that just kind of happens?
Always spontaneous.
Oh, yes, yes. Would you rather sensory deprivation or sensory overload?
Ooh, that's so hard because I want both at the same time. I
I
want
know,
both.
right?
I want both.
Well, that would be overload if you think about it. Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, I guess it could.
Rapid fire kink advice. Rapid fire kink advice. We're going to start off slow. You tie someone up and your arm goes numb. What do you do?
Untie them.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub shows up way too high. What do you do?
Send them home.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub met someone online and they want to give them all of their money. They're a findom. You want to give them all their money. What do you tell them?
I advise against it. I'm disappointed. Good luck.
All right. Rapid fire kink advice. A sub just keeps talking about politics over and over again, politics that you do not agree with. How do you address it?
I say you've crossed my boundary by discussing something I've told you already I don't want to discuss, and we will not be discussing anything going further.
All right. All right. Last rapid fire king advice. All right. A dom, I mean, there's a lot of doms, and not every dom is awesome. Not every dom is as awesome as you are, Mr. Ultraviolet. But let's say a dom that just somewhere, maybe long time is talking about robbing a sub somewhere. What do you do?
I've never. I don't know because I've never been in that situation ever. Because, but yeah, I don't know. I would not ever speak to that dom again.
Maybe I change the question to committing a crime. Maybe that would be a more engaging question. I don't know. Let's go back to the self-care rituals. You are gorgeous. You're incredibly impressive. You character, personality, elegance. And not only that, but like you're successful in what you're doing. It's amazing. So you must be doing something right. I have self-care rituals that are getting me through the day. What are your self-care rituals?
I like to go to the Korean spa and sit in the hot tubs and get beat up. I say beat up, but I get a very rough massage and a body scrub by the Korean grandmas at the spa. That one's always good. Also taking time for myself to just do walks around the neighborhood, walks through the park, that kind of thing.
All right. We have on our new show, The Growl, we have a thing called the Make It Better game, where we take a already good situation and we ask someone with experience, how can we make it better? Because we always want to improve ourselves, right? So I'm out of the transplant. It's only like about a year in, a year out, like where I'm walking around after the initial recovery. So I still have the frenzy in me. I meet Mr. Shari, Mistress Manor. I meet C-Bomb, conversations with cross-dressers, and we all put together a sissy charm school. Now it was during the day, upstairs, not in the actual dungeon. It was in the upstairs section. So there's plenty of light. We had a chef come in to make us food. We had a makeup artist, right? We had dress exchanges, stuff like that, and there were classes as well on walking. There were classes on etiquette. There were classes on history. You know, especially Mr. Shari is has fashion history, so there's history about fashion, which is always very interesting to me. I thought it was a great time. I did really did. I thought it was a great time. There wasn't anything. No one got pegged. No one got. I was in Chastity. I think I might have been the only one in Chastity.
Mhm.
Uh, and I was with my key holder, right? So that added a whole element of my happiness, right there. It was a good time. It was in New Jersey, right? So, and it was our first time doing it. How can we have made it better?
Hmm. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't.
True. Okay, that's a good point. It's a good
It
answer.
sounded pretty great to me. It sounds like you had a good time. I mean, was it just you or was there other sissies there?
Oh yeah, no, there were there was Shari was the only actual Dom, professional Dom there that I remember. Um C bombs or cherry bomb is she's lifestyle, you know. She's a switch, she's a lifestyle. Sunshine, who was there with me, is a switch as well. To make it better, I was thinking maybe more Doms. It's like
Yeah,
you
I mean, that was my gonna be my go-to is say bring more friends.
bring more. Okay, all right, interesting. Wonderful. Okay, sissification. Has your attitude towards sissification changed over the years?
My attitude towards it has not changed over the years, but my knowledge about it and the headspace of it has changed. I've just gotten more knowledgeable about like what's really actually happening with that. So,
Now, I asked this really silly question to everybody, but I'm going to change it to sissies. Pink Olympics. If you were going to make a sissy Olympics, right? What would be one of the events?
mm, ooh, curtsies.
Yeah. All right. That's good. All right. Music break. What song makes you just say to yourself, I have to dance?
Mm. I don't have a particular song that says that.
Good. Okay. I would think of being surrounded by sissies. I mean, and burlesque too. Dance music and dance culture would be kind of yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How do you deal with BDSM burnout? I mean, you first of all, not only are you running a dungeon, you're running camp capacity, you're running a sissy school. It's it's mind blowing on how many things you're doing. How do you not get burned out, and what do you do when you feel like you are getting burned out?
So I I don't take every client that applies. I don't take on every sub that messages me. I take the ones that I think we're really going to have a long-term relationship and have a good session. If I cannot deal with a particular um, fetish or personality, I turn it down or I push it back. Like basically if I'm like, oh well, I'm not really feeling doing this type of session this week, I'm gonna say I'm gonna schedule you for next month. So I'm not pushing myself to do these things that are, just not, what I'm feeling for the moment.
Mm. Now, this might have changed, but I'm going to take myself out for this. All right. Let's say you had endless resources. You can go anywhere in the world with anybody you want. You could basically do anything.
Mhm.
What is your ultimate kinky fantasy?
Oh, um, well, we've been talking about me and the Doms of the dungeon have always been fantasizing about just having like a little private island to ourselves and just having all our subs there just running around doing, you know, what you would do on a private island and having them with palms and us at the beach just sitting back watching these guys humiliate themselves and just being served.
All right. All right, rapid fire recommendations. They don't have to be kink related. Recommend a film.
Ooh, A New Love in Tokyo.
Oh yes, that is great. That
I
is.
just saw that. It was like,
Holy
oh,
moly. That's a good one. I write about it in my book, The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself. She,
nice.
Lynn, because there's this crescendo in that movie, right, where this man comes in at the end, the final, I guess, sequence. This man comes in, he's all cocky, and this woman, this dominatrix, just breaks him down. Like, and it is beautiful. She almost like stood up out of it. This is a person who had MRSA, suffering from a hip problem. She almost stood up and applauded when she saw that. It's so good. Yes. All right. Rapid fire recommendations. Recommend a song.
Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna say the first thing that pops in my head is there's this band called Tropo Magica, and they have a song called "Feels Like Tijuana."
Nice. Okay. All right. Recommend a book.
Miss Marilyn, Rotten Apple.
Oh, okay. Recommend a meal.
Ooh, oysters and champagne.
Aphrodisiacs. Right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Recommend a television show.
I'm like, what did I see just recently? I I want to say The Hunting Wives, just because it's hilarious to me. It's like so gay.
I never saw that.
It's like a lesbian. It's just very, very gay, but it's like it's hard to describe. It's very trashy. I love it. It's great.
All right, word association game. I'm gonna say a word, you say a phrase. First thing that pops in your head. There's no wrong answer. I don't like the kink shame, so and I'm sure you won't either. But just say if it's not it, just say not my thing. All right, word association game. Plastic chastity cage.
Fun if they don't break.
Fake eyelashes.
Sissies.
Silicone chastity cage.
Worthless.
Fishnet stockings.
Oh, I've got them on right now.
Huh. Metal chastity cage.
Rust.
Oh, really? Latex French maid outfits.
I actually had a maid earlier today. So, yeah. Cleaning.
Spiked chastity cage.
Fun.
Stick strap garter belts.
Those are hot, but painful to put on.
Very hot, yes. A pleasure to wear when they work.
Yeah.
All right. Funny chastity cages with Pokemon or Mario mushrooms or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a Hello Kitty one.
Knife play.
Ooh. Put it in the freezer.
Wax play.
Use it with
put it in the freezer, make it cold. Knife play. Yeah. It's a good idea. See, this is an educational show. Wax play.
Use it with a knife.
Yeah. See?
Use it with the cold knife.
Balloons.
Ooh. Balloon popping fetish is great. Love it.
And I don't know about your dungeon, but for some reason, I've seen this at several dungeons. There's always someone with a rubber chicken for some reason. They're trying to be funny. What's your opinion on that?
I've never had a rubber chicken in the dungeon, but we might need one.
St. Andrew's Cross.
That's standard.
Electroplay.
It's fun. I don't know. It's great. Love it.
All right, we got some we got a lot of people in the chat. Joyce by choice. Oh my God, Sissy Joyce is on here. Hello, Nicholas. What an amazing mistress. I don't know if you know Joyce.
I'm not sure.
Sissy Joyce is but she runs the Sissy Market in Belgium. Yes, it's I think it's the first brick and mortar Sissy Market.
Very nice.
It's pretty. Her story is amazing. I highly suggest you buy a book. Check it out. Oh, PD says, I bow down to your feet. Oh, Goddess Ultra Violet. All right. Hi, Mistress. Ever done a ruined orgasm with CBT? What's your favorite way to ruin an orgasm?
Ooh.
At least, yeah, you're switching it up. I like that.
Yeah. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. It's like basically get them right to the edge and then do a ball busting.
Yeah. Ow, ouch.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever, none 67, have you ever have a sub fail while in chastity? Did you get really upset? Fail, that can mean a lot. A fall or fail? That's fail.
We fail. I've definitely, yes, I've had many subs fail chastity. It depends on the time I'd put into them or not. If it's someone that I'd like put a lot of my effort and training into, and then they failed at it, I would be disappointed, you know.
We have all right. Service submissive. Hi, Nicholas. Thanks for interviewing the incredible Mistress Ultra Violet. I would like to know what it's like to run a premier dungeon, Atlanta dungeon. We talked about that. And he goes on. Can she throw some light on how the Atlanta dungeon changed, evolved since she became owner, taking it over from the incredible Mistress Ayn? Would you care to share some light about that?
I mean, we've just had a lot of changes. We've had more. It's more of a. It feels like more of a cohesive collective of doms. We really do feel like sisterhood. Like they're all a lot closer than we used to be back when Mistress Ayn was headmistress. And it's mostly because of the people that I've chosen to be a part of the collective. Most of the doms that there's only a couple people left from the original, old Mistress Ayn dungeon. So
he continues, Mr. Ultraviolet, please tell us about how you are keeping Atlanta Dungeon sisterhood so strong. Can you tell us about how your equation, what is your equation with your successful equation with and Goddess Samantha Muscle in particular?
Yeah, I mean, Samantha has been with us the whole time also. She's fantastic and she's just so positive. And again, it's the equation is that I'm picking the right people who really want to build community and really want to be, have their dungeon sisters be their friends and professional colleagues and everything. Like I said, everyone gets along. Everyone's like, half the time they're like doing stuff out together. They're doing content collabs together. It's a big group.
Mistress Ultraviolet, now we have the stand question. We're almost over, so thank you so much for your time. It's really appreciated. But we have to know this. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it in your kinky?
Oh, I don't know. That one's thrown me for a loop. I don't know. There's so many superpowers I wish I could have.
Well, would you put on, like, let's say you're in the supermarket, right? And someone's there, they're arguing, they're loud. You could literally just go snap your fingers and they're in chastity and you have the key.
Well, honestly, I would just be able to double myself. Like if I could make more of me to do things that I don't, to make, because I'm wearing so many different hats and managing so many different things that I would like to have. I make myself multiples at any given time.
And PD is begging for this question to be answered. You don't have to answer it. You don't have to do anything. It's just ultraviolet. You do whatever the hell you want. Do you enjoy toilet slavery? Is that something you enjoy? Toilet slavery? And do you have personal toilet slaves?
Only golden showers. I only do golden showers. So okay. It is something I enjoy, yes.
And PD also asks, what is the most humiliating things you have done to a slave?
One time we made someone in fully cross-dressed walk up to the takeout or the drive-through window of a Krispy Kreme donut and get a dozen donuts, and and that was pretty good.
This was in Georgia. In Georgia?
Yeah.
In Atlanta, Georgia. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of the show Atlanta, the Donald Glover show?
I saw it way back in the day. I really liked it. I can't remember too much about it because it's been so long since I've seen it, but I loved all the seasons of it.
I did too. I thought it was brilliant. Actually, I thought it was brilliant. And I've been to Atlanta, and I think there's a beautiful surrealness to it. That I thought that the show captured. Yeah, shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to everybody in Atlanta. Everybody. Okay, we're wrapping it up. Oh wait, let's see if there's any new comments. Okay, are you still in touch with Mistress Ayn? She moved. What have you learned from her, as well as Goddess Samantha's experience?
Yes, I still every once in a while hear from Ayn. She's doing well. I don't know how to answer the second part of that question.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it up. All right. Complete this sentence. If a sissy is not in chastity, that sissy is blank.
In trouble.
In what ways can kinky people unite and help each other?
If there's something that's missing in your scene, make it. And then take advice from other people that have done it before.
All right. What advice would you give to yourself that you wish you'd learned sooner?
I don't know. I guess take more breaks.
Yeah. Stop to smell the roses, so to speak.
Yes.
And before I just the last final question, what connects you to the color violet? So what inspires you about what about violet inspires you?
I'm not sure. I mean, the name is a cartoon character, so it was just, it moved from there to there, and it's also an artist. So I don't know. There's not. I enjoy the color.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful color. All right. We're all looking for something. Where do you want your kinky path to take you next?
I would like to do more kidnappings.
I would like. That's the quote. I was looking for a killer quote. That's a good one. I
want to travel more, and I would like to go to. I'd like to travel out of the country more, to do more things in dungeons across the world, and I would like to do more kidnappings.
That sounds incredible, and I support you on your quest, Mistress Ultra Violet. If there's anything I can do on your journey, please let me know, and I'll tell all of your kinky friends to help you as well. So please keep in touch. All right, where are we? Oh, finally, complete this sentence, please. Life is
short.
Definitely, life is short. Mistress Ultra Violet, thank you so much for everything. How can people get in touch with you? Where can they go? How can they support everything you do?
You can go to atlantadungeon.com. You can go to mistressultraviolet.com. You can go to atlanta-dominatrix.com. You can do Atlanta Sissy School.com, and Camp Captivity.com, and kinkedatlanta.com.
Please support Mistress Ultra Violet, Atlanta, all this stuff. I mean, this is what the kink community is all about. Seriously, it's so incredibly inspiring. It's beautiful and kinky, and see, I am at a loss for words, and I never shut up. Please go to yourkinkfreds.com. Get 15% off all inventory at lockedandless.com with offer code YKF. We need money, so please support the show directly. Just send through Cash App, capital YKF, Tannic, lowercase. Subscribe to us on Spotify. Put a lot of stuff up on Spotify. It goes on Spotify first. We take this off of YouTube. We put it on Spotify, and then it comes up on YouTube when it comes out, because every Dom, every person, every guest that must be respected with their time. So we put them in order. So thank you, please. But go to Cash App and YourKinkyFriends.com. And everybody, thank you for your time, your energy, and your patience. That was go out and be cool and be kind and keep an open mind, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's gonna be a great week. Thank you. Your Kinky Friends is produced by Nicholas Tanak and Sunshine Music.